So here we have a quick overview of our presentation. We start off with the strategy and the core values of Patagonia, and then we will continue talking about the way to success and how they balance their social goals with their profits. And then we're going to talk about the role of cost accounting when it comes to Patagonia. And finally, we'll have a look at their premium pricing strategy, and then we'll also do a SWOT analysis. So let's take a look at Patagonia's core values. They are strongly centered around sustainability and responsibility. Firstly, sustainability. It's at the heart of everything they do. They aim to minimize environmental impact across their entire value chain. Secondly, ethical sourcing. It ensures that material and labor meet high social and environmental standards. They also emphasize transparency. They openly share information about the supply chain. Another key value is their product durability. Their products are designed to last for many years, reducing waste. They even introduce programs where you can renew certain products. Patagonia is also well known for its activism. For example, they donate 1% of their sales to environmental causes and have even sued the US government over public land protection. Finally, they promote anti consumerism, encouraging customers to buy less and make more conscious decisions. Let's now take a look at Patagonia's strategy. Their strategy is based on differentiation, meaning they compete for unique value rather than low prices. Firstly, they are a purpose driven brand. For example, Patagonia transferred ownership to a trust and non-profit, so their profits are used to fight climate change. This shows their mission directly drives strategic decisions. Second, they focus on long term orientation. A clear example is their worn wear program, where customers repair and reuse products instead of buying new ones, sacrificing short term sales for long term loyalty. Thirdly, they maintain a controlled supply chain. They use organic cotton and recycled materials and work closely with certified suppliers, even though this increases production costs. And then finally, Patagonia acts as a brand movement. For example, they engage customers through campaigns, documentaries, and environmental storytelling, creating a community of people who identify with the brand, not just buy from it. Overall, Patagonia aligns its strategy with its environmental mission, creating a strong competitive advantage.
This is exactly what made Patagonia successful, as you can see each of these factors reflected in the graph. Their strong brand credibility, built on authentic sustainability, is what drove a steady rise in expert recognition over time. This wasn't just a spike, it was a consistent growth, which shows trust being earned over time. That credibility feeds into higher customer loyalty and trust, which strengthen their reputation and keep them top of mind compared to competitors. At the same time, their innovation, like repair, resale, and recycling programs, keeps them relevant and reinforces their sustainability claims in a tangible way. All of this, however, is anchored in a consistent mission driven strategy, which explains why their growth is sustained rather than volatile. And finally, their first mover advantage in sustainable fashion gave them a head start, so by the time others caught up, Patagonia had already built a strong lead. That's why by 2023, they overtook Unilever. The graph is essentially the outcome of these five success factors working together.
Patagonia's business model extends beyond selling products. They create value through durability, also by using recycled materials and therefore reducing replacement frequency. Programs like One Wear, that you can see in the picture here, is a website that allows customers to repair their already bought and used products. And this program supports circular economy, reducing waste while also strengthening the brand. So value is not only functional, but also ethical. The Don't Buy This Jacket campaign that you can see in the photo on the slide here highlights a key paradox. Patagonia encouraged customers to buy less because of their environmental approach to save the planet. But what actually happened after the campaign launched was that sales actually increased. Not immediately, but over time, Patagonia gained a lot more customers. And why? Because it strengthened credibility and trust. However, this approach creates also tension to gain profit because sustainable sourcing is more expensive and the ethical production also reduces efficiency. But overall, Patagonia manages this by focusing on long term brand value instead of short term profit maximization.
Cost and management accounting plays an important role in Patagonia's business model, especially because of its focus on sustainability. First, Patagonia uses life cycle costing, which means it considers the total cost of a product from production all the way to repair and recycling. This aligns with their circular model shown here. Second, they used activity based costing, or ABC, to identify key cost drivers such as sustainable materials, supply chain processes, and repair services. This helps them understand where costs are higher and why. They also focus on cost control within the supply chain while still maintaining ethical sourcing standards. In addition, Patagonia tracks environmental KPIs or metrics, as well as social metrics like carbon emissions, water usage, resource usage, alongside their financial performance. So, overall, cost accounting for Patagonia is not just about reducing costs, but about supporting strategic decisions and long term sustainability. Patagonia follows a premium pricing strategy, which we can clearly see in this comparison. Their products are priced higher than competitors like the North Face and especially fast fashion brands like Zara. This is because Patagonia uses value based pricing, meaning customers are paying for more than just the product. They're paying for high quality and durability. Patagonia jackets are designed to last for many years, which increases their perceived value. They're also paying for ethical production and environmentally responsible practices. In addition, the brand has built trust and credibility, especially through its environmental mission. This, as a whole, has created a very strong brand image, fostering a niche, loyal group of customers who are willing to pay these higher prices. And because of this, Patagonia is able to maintain these high prices even though its production costs are higher, while still remaining successful in the market. However, this strategy does have some risks because during some economic downturns, some consumers may switch to cheaper alternatives.
Let's now look at Patagonia's position using a SWOT analysis. Starting with strengths, Patagonia has a very strong brand authenticity. Customers trust the company because its actions match its values. Compared to competitors like the North Face or Columbia, Patagonia is seen as a more credible brand in sustainability, which strengthens customer loyalty. Looking at weaknesses, Patagonia's premium pricing limits accessibility, meaning fewer customers can afford it. In contrast, competitors like Columbia offer more affordable products, making them accessible to a broader market. Opportunities, the growing demand for sustainable fashion is a major advantage. While competitors are also moving into sustainability, Patagonia still has had the first mover advantage and stronger brand positioning. Finally, in terms of threats, competition is increasing as brands like the North Face and Arc'teryx invest more in sustainability and innovation. At the same time, economic downturns may push customers towards cheaper alternatives, benefiting lower priced competitors. Overall, Patagonia is strongly positioned, but must continue to differentiate itself from competitors while managing its high cost structure.
To conclude, Patagonia shows that sustainability can be a core business strategy, not just marketing. They accepted higher costs, but converted them into value through their branding and pricing. So, cost accounting plays a key role in aligning their costs with their strategy. Overall, Patagonia proves that companies can balance profitability and responsibility.